Hi, Rosie. I had to switch phones, honey. I had to switch phones. So that way I can pin the information right there. Because no me dejaba. I don't even know if it's letting her in or not. Because for some reason, she's not getting my notifications. How are you, Rosie? Entre, y te me fuiste. I had to. I had to. Hiding in the bathroom at work. Hola. You don't have cash. I do have Cash App, honey. It's that one. Thank you, Diana. See, she comes in clutch. She always has my information. We always gotta appreciate Diana because holy shit, she's been very helpful. But that's the information. I'm telling you. And there's my favorite person. There's my favorite person. Hi, love. How are you? I have missed you. But I'm doing a lot better. I am doing a lot better, Daisy. A lot better. I have my moments, but I'm doing a lot better. Oh, and here comes my pretty kitty. No. Blessed be is. No, it's blessed be. She has helped me a lot. Like, a lot. Hold on, hold on. Hi. I'm not gonna hurt you. Look, people want to see you. Look, Diana. You see where she's turning white right there? She's turning white, look. Show him, say, hi. Where did you come from? Huh? Ow. Where did you come from? Because your brother's door is closed. Where were you? You see how she just pops out of nowhere? I thought she was in my son's room. Where were you? She's huge. She just turned 1. No, she turned 1 in May. Yeah, she turned 1 in May. May 13th. She's a pain. But I love her. But she's a pain in the ass. But she has gotten big. She doesn't like to be messed with. She hates being messed with. But then she likes messing with Gizmo. And she likes messing with us. She likes to fight me. But she won't fight my son. She won't fight my son. She's actually scared of him. She listens to him more than she listens to me. Remember the kitten I told you I found? She sleeps on my chest. Aw, that's a good thing. When they sleep on your chest like that, it's because they feel safe with you. They feel safe with you. She used to sleep on my chest. She used to sleep up here. Now she gravitates towards my son and does it with him. She sleeps on his chest. But she also tortures him. She also messes with him. Mine used to sleep right here. She finally stopped doing it. That's a good sign, though. That is a definitely good sign. I hate these that they're so small. I'm so used to TikTok like expanding and it just gets bigger so I could read the comments. I mean, I could see them, but they're tiny. Cats don't like being held. Mine, if she's sleeping near me, she's in my room at the end of the bed, but on the other side. But she doesn't like to be cuddled. Gizmo, on the other hand, that little asshole tries to sleep on top of me. Like, get the hell off of me. Get your ass off of me. He invades my space to where he gets evicted from my room. And then he gets mad because he gets evicted. I know he does. I know he does. He gets it too, but he's mad because he's mad because I told him something. He's mad that I said something to him. And I told him he needs to learn how to share me. and he doesn't want to. Gizmo doesn't like sharing me. So he's mad about that. He tries to mark his territory, and I'm not his territory. Whether he likes it or not, I'm not. So one day, Daisy, I came home from seeing the person that I'm seeing, and he wouldn't stop sniffing me. He wouldn't leave me alone. Like, he really wouldn't leave me alone. And he seemed upset. I was like, you need to back up. You need to back up. Gizmo is a very jealous dog. A very jealous dog. Right. And I get their new smells, but there's a certain it feels weird the way that he does certain things. And I'm not comfortable with it. So I push him away. Like, no. I don't like it. I don't like it. And you already know me. If I don't like it, I will push you away. Like, I don't like it. I told him that if things got serious with me and another person, he was no longer able to stay in my bed. And he got upset. He got really upset. Which is my own fault for having him there with me so long. But he got really upset. Not anytime soon. Not anytime soon. Because that person is in healing right now. And I can't have Gizmo's wild ass jumping all over him. Because he's actually in physical healing. And I can't do anything to jeopardize that. Because I know too well what it is to be in healing and have his crazy ass jump all over me and cause more damage or extend my time. And Gizmo's nuts. Gizmo's nuts. Gizmo's a very playful dog. All he wants to do is play. But that person can't. He can't. He physically can't. He can't. No, I can't. I really can't, Daisy. I really can't. And here's the thing, like, I'm restraining myself too because I want to. I really, really, really want to. But I have to break them in. Slowly. I have to break them in slowly. Because when we did, I put his ass out for like 3 days. I put his ass out for 3 days. And I restrained myself. I restrained myself. I held back. I held back. I definitely held back. I promise you, I held back. And I told him, I'm like, if I left you in this state and you already know how I am, that hasn't changed, I will break you. He's known me for a very long time. We haven't been together in 7 years. It's been 7 years. And he just came back. But I can't break him. I can't break him. I'm like, he's like, why not break me? Bro, why would I break you? If I break you, I can't do it anymore. Yes, it is. Wait, no. I haven't told you about this one. You're very gifted, so you might. But I haven't been with this person in 7 years. It's been 7 years since I've seen this person. And last year I was just blocked all the way around. So, hi, Mary. I'm good, honey. How are you? Ow. Here, I could text that to you. No, same sign though. No, but same sign. Same sign. So I was like, is that why she picked that up? This was even before then. Before that. And Spirit kept saying for a really long time that that sign was coming back. And I was like, oh. He is very, very grounded. You know how I'm that type of female that if I'm not being guided, I don't like being controlled, and I will guide myself and I will dominate the relationship. This gentleman will not allow me to. And in a sense, because he actually leads and guides me. But he does calm me the fuck down. This one actually brings me peace. Like, a lot of peace. Edithized. That's one way of putting it, Rosie. Where did Gloria go? Why is it so quiet? You know the crazy part of you saying that is you kept popping up throughout this whole time that I took time away to deal with my shit and remove all these people out of my life that served nothing but chaos, and actually be able to start healing. I was thinking about you. But then I had to reshift my focus back onto me. So then I closed myself off. 120. It's 120. Sometimes we have to clear out a space to build a proper foundation. And that's exactly what I had to do. That's exactly what I had to do. That foundation was eggshells and thin ice. It had cracks everywhere. And I mean everywhere. So I did away with a lot. Family, friends, past loved ones, past relationships, all of them just gone. And I feel no guilt. I feel no guilt. And anybody that slithered back in talking about you don't feel guilty, nope, now you gotta go. Nope. He's definitely got one. He's definitely got one, and he knows that. He's definitely got one. Never feel guilty about making your health a priority, or my mental state. Because therapy has been going great. It has been going great and helping me through a lot. I was just triggered this past week, and in divine timing, she showed up she showed up today after I had a whole meltdown last night and an entire tantrum. The thing is about this healing and actually going through healing, you know the emotions you're going through. And I was sitting there and I was telling myself, you're throwing a tantrum. You're throwing a tantrum. Why are you throwing a tantrum? And I was talking to little me. And she was angry. So then there goes me throwing a tantrum. I was actually throwing shit. Last night. And I don't throw things. If anything, that's the one thing that I hate, is throwing things. And things being thrown at me. And I was throwing things. But I couldn't. But see, my therapist taught me today that it doesn't work if we buried it so much and we don't know what these emotions are. We can't figure it out, even through shadow work, if we don't know what it is. We don't know where it's coming from. We don't know how to explain it to that inner child. Hi, Dee Dee. I'm good, honey. How are you? When getting tested for allergies, everything is taken away. Eventually, one thing at a time is added back in. If no negative reaction, it can stay. Bingo. Bingo. Oh, I fucking love you. Oh, I love you. You put it in the best way possible. Because that one of those triggers was, it wasn't added back, but it was reintroduced into my existence, and it triggered me, and I've been triggered ever since. And that is a person I have to, unfortunately, right now it feels like I will have to stay away from that person the rest of my life. But I'm okay with it, because if it's causing that to my spirit, it's no longer personal, it's spiritual. And my spirit matters. And if you make my spirit feel negative like that, you gotta go. You gotta go. You definitely gotta go. Because I was walking around here like Jen, fucking sword woman. I've been in the Queen of Swords energy for a long time. And I'm like, I gotta quit doing that shit. Jen loves it. But I don't know who he's loving, because I have Miss Jen. I've spoke to her a couple days ago. But I've been in that energy. but because I know I'm triggered. That's the thing about this, that now that she's actually helping, I can actually deal with everything. Because there's a lot of trauma. There's a lot of trauma. Oh, there's a lot of trauma. Oh, there's a lot of trauma. And the fact that people are manifesting me is bothering my spirit even more. This is why I tell people, quit fucking manifesting a certain person. Manifest a person that will come in to heal you or help you. Don't manifest a person per se just because you want that person. You're bothering their spirit. Those were my toys too. Those were my toys too. And unfortunately, it led to last night me throwing things. I was having fun throwing things, but that's not like me. I don't throw things. Granted, it was part of the work process because I had to throw them in there so that they, spread apart. But I'm sitting there like, all right, you're angry because you don't throw things and you don't have fun throwing things. Why am I angry? But I couldn't figure it out. But I knew something was wrong because I don't do that. I never do that. I don't even like other people do that. There's certain people at work that they throw things, and the minute they throw things, I leave. The minute somebody throws something, I leave. I want no part. I don't care. I want no part. I'm like, oh, gotta go. Gotta go. But the fact that I was doing it, I'm like, all right, what the fuck is going on? And unfortunately, because, it revealed a big thing though. Because I was trying to actively, seek within what it was. It all came full circle this morning. Because I relapsed. Unfortunately, I was so triggered that I relapsed. And I don't crave that stuff. I don't crave weed anymore. I'm fine without it, but it was so bad that I was craving it and I gave in. But it answered the question on why the weed started. It finally answered the question on why the weed started. And it makes sense. And I'm happy with that though. I am happy with that because now I can learn to deal with it and understand when I get like that I feel attacked. That I have to back up because I feel attacked. I am now being pushed back into survival mode. Instead of being at peace. I'm being pushed back into attack mode. I'm being pushed back into survival mode, which puts me on defense, having to defend myself and not being heard. And that's what triggers my inner child because she wasn't being heard. Trauma's a bitch. It's always grief, but trauma's a bitch. Trauma's a bitch. I've made peace with the grief. Now it's the trauma. Ain't that some shit? in a sense, I was already being guided to it. I was already being told last year. I just didn't know it was going to get this deep. This is why Hollywood fucking lies about healing. This is why certain people lie about healing in tarot. It's not just sit your ass in meditation and get over it. Get over it. Get over it. Let it go. Let it go. That shit's not that easy. That shit's not that easy. I'm at peace with that, though. I'm okay with that. But see, now I'm bored. Now I'm bored. And that tells me that I need to make peace with myself again because I let destruction in. And I have to make peace with that. One of them said that they were, and then they left. So I don't know what the hell is going on tonight. It happened in TikTok too. But I keep feeling called to come in. I could go to sleep, shit. Well, technically I can't now. Excuse me. Right. It's not a bad thing, but it's making me impulsive and want to do something. Like, it's making me impulsive. Like, I want to do something, but I don't know what, because I can't be impulsive. I have to be careful with what I'm doing. And you know what's weird? When there is chaos, at least for me, when there is chaos around, there's a lot of noise. There is a lot of noise. And it feels weird that it's silent. You had to use that fucking analogy. You had to say that shit. I'm not. You're absolutely right. I'm not. Because that one person definitely was hanging from one. And had me hanging from them and just back and forth. It's the manipulation, it's the mind games that I have to work through. to rebalance myself completely. It's all of that garbage that I have to do away with. And not just from that person, from the parent, from the brother, from certain members of that family, all around. And they just gotta go. They gotta go. They gotta go. I guess she's not used to she's not used to being heard, Daisy. I'm not used to being actually heard and made to feel safe. And now I also picked up another unfortunate trauma that I have to deal with, is not opening up fully to my partner before taking it to my therapist first. Oh, trust me, she came in clutch. Oh, she came in right on time. She came in right on time. They brought her in right on time. And it's weird because they also brought him right on time. Yesterday they kept saying, look at the date. They kept making me, Spirit has been having me look at numbers, paying attention to numbers and to certain signs. So I was paying it. I'm like, why do you want me to look at? They're like, look at the date. Okay, what date? And they kept saying, look at the date. Look at the date. So I went back and I looked at the date. It was the day before my father's birthday. The day before my daddy's birthday. And I know in my heart and soul that my daddy, throughout my entire life, has been guiding me left and right, toe to toe. And you guide me back to that person? Shit, I thought my daddy didn't like nobody. I know damn well George didn't. I know damn well George didn't like nobody. And I see why. I do see why. Blue don't like certain people either. And I'm like, but now I see why. Now I see why. Because even as intuitive as I am, I don't know everything, especially about myself, but they do. They see what I don't see. They know what I don't know. So I really got to listen. Now I really got to be obedient and listen. I really got to be obedient and listen to that. Because every time I ask lately for the help that I need, it comes right in. It literally comes right in. Because what I ask for is not for selfish reasons. It's not for, okay, maybe selfish is not the word, sorry. It's not for, what is the word? Oh, temporary pleasure. It's not for that. To be honest, I wasn't even expecting, I didn't even care to have a partner right now. Because I'm focusing on me. Fixing me. But yet, this person just came right in. Very little, Daisy. Very little. And one eye is completely gone. In one eye it's completely gone. And this one, after that surgery, it got a lot better. It's not fully there, but the eye doctor said that they can, yeah. Well, and here's the thing about him. He takes responsibility for him not taking care of himself.
Hey Mom, there's a Mexican, a Cuban, and a Brazilian in the car. Who's driving?
A Mexican, a Cuban, and a Brazilian.
Who's driving?
You and your racist jokes, bro.
Who's driving?
None of them.
So then who is?
Who? I don't know who.
Border Patrol.
I knew it was gonna be a racist joke. I fucking knew it. I knew it was gonna be a racist joke, bro. And I was right. None of them. But somebody else was.
What do you mean?
Border Patrol.
Yeah.
But I knew none of them were. I just didn't know that your joke was gonna go there. Jeez. No, Daisy, with this person, 7 years ago, it had first happened. When I was with them. When I was with him, it first started. But he had completely it had completely gone. After a while, it came back. It came back after a while. But not 100%. Not 100%. Because in one of them, I guess he lost the full sight, but not in the other one. But because of the pancreas situation, he no longer has that, and it's strengthening in the other one because he no longer has it. But his body's readjusting to everything. So he has to be on rest. Oh, perfect. Perfect. Thank you, honey. Mary has questions about life. Okay. And I know you've had See, the thing is, he understands that there are things that he can no longer do in his life. Just like there's things that I can no longer do in my life. And I'm okay with that. But I kind of have to not be on his ass, but like, yo, you have to take care of yourself. Like, you have to do this. He's like, I know. And he was on my ass about my medication. And then I'm like, okay, you're on my ass about my medication. Oh, man. It really is you. One of the toes, one of the toes one of the toes. I was making fun of him the other day. When we were together, I was making fun of him. And I asked him what happened, and he told me. Because of the diabetes and a work-related incident, he had to have surgery on it, but like part of it's not there. But I was making fun of him. I was poking fun of him. I'm like, because he obviously sees that I've had thousands of surgeries. I was like, do you got a baby toe? He goes, what? I was like, I always thought that was a little toe. And he goes, no, you dick. He finally told me what happened, and I was like, oh. But it was because his diabetes was so high that it never healed. It never healed. But it's not fully amputated. It's not. But he has had a lot of eye surgeries. He calls me that a lot. He calls me that a lot. And that's only because his feelings are hurt. I'm like, I'm genuinely asking. But because he didn't tell me, I didn't know. And I was genuinely curious. But because he was so closed off, he wasn't telling me. Now that he's more open about it with me, now I know. And now I understand. You know, we both have had over hundreds of thousands of dollars in surgeries. Hundreds of thousands of dollars. We're millionaires. We really are. In medical debt. In medical surgeries. You know what? And our love language is the same. You know, I don't like people touching me. But I'm a very touchy person. His was 600,000. He showed me the thing. 600,000. Just one of my shunt removals. My very first shunt replacement was $100,000 for 4 days in the hospital. That one was $100,000. And I've had multiple ones ever since. Thankfully, not anymore. But I've had. But he did show me. And I was like, damn. He's lucky that the job that he has paid for it all. And see, this is what I admired about him. And I still admire about him, but I gotta put him in his place and tell his ass to fucking sit the fuck down and actually rest. I have to literally sit his ass down and tell him to fucking rest, because he's 6 months in. Six months. He had it in December. This happened in December. And he's already back at work. Yes, he's on light duty and he has restrictions, but he's pushing himself every single day. And I'm like, you need to fucking rest. I'm like, if I had feet surgery the last 2 years and I'm barely fully healing from it, you definitely need to slow the fuck down. Like, you need to stop, because those are organs. Mine carries me and helps me walk, but bro, yours are keeping you alive. He does. He actually does. He does tell me that. But he knows that he can't push it. But then he tries to. Because every time a memory of him or a thought of him pops up, it's an old memory of him running certain marathons, certain there's a certain memory of him that pops up, and I have to go to him like, you're ready to run around, aren't you? He goes, yeah. Stop. I'm like, you need to stop. You need to allow yourself to rest. You're gonna be bored. Trust me, you're gonna be bored, but it's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be worth it, because if not, you're gonna push yourself back. And the more you push yourself back, the more time it takes for it to heal. But you do realize that if you push yourself too much, you can start rejecting it, right? And he goes, yeah. I was like, then stop. You need to stop. The universe, the Most High, gave you a second chance. You need to slow down. Do they have those? Because he really is competitive. He really is competitive. If I was to tell him that one exists, I shit you not, he would be like, where? When? Yeah, see? I didn't know that. Thank you, love. Thank you. He'll end up doing that. I'm going to let him know. He's going to end up wanting to do that when he's okay, because he sprained his ankle at work. And he didn't realize that he sprained it, so it started to hurt. And it brought back the memory of when my sister-in-law died, and I was numb from the pain, and not fully healed from my foot, that I was walking up the gravesite thing. It was uphill, and I was walking up it like nothing, trying not to slip, but at the same time not really watching what I was doing and not really paying attention to my body. I couldn't feel anything. I was numb. I was in pain. I was grieving. I ended up spraining it and not realizing that I sprained it until a week later. I had to leave work, and then they put me on restriction because she said, it's healing from the sprain. And I'm like, what? She's like, it's healing from the sprain. What sprain? She's like, you sprained it. And I had to go back and try to figure out when I sprained it. It was that day of her burial that I sprained it. That is another reason that the passing with my baby has been difficult, because they're buried right next to each other, and I'm not ready to go up hills. I'm still not ready to go up hills. Yes, he did. I don't even remember. Let me go be nosy. Because I didn't ask him. I didn't ask him. But I know because his sister posted it on Facebook. Hey! It doesn't say the date. Oh, December 18th. But I'm going to confirm with him. You're so cheesy. I love it. And that makes sense because he pushed me away. It makes sense because he pushed me away when it first happened. And part of it, he did tell me that it was because he was embarrassed. And that he was embarrassed that he had let himself go like that. So I get that. That makes sense. But it's true because you can't have sweets. How are you today? I'm good, honey. How are you? Oh, well, from New Zealand? Well, welcome, honey. Huh? Dog videos. Google, please. Good channel. What? Ew! I don't understand what you're talking about, Daniel. Oh, we crack jokes about that, Daisy. We definitely we crack jokes about that. I've been through too much to fear health issues. I have walked alone in a physical sense. I can't say a spiritual sense because they'll come for me. They will come for me, especially my daddy. To know that I wasn't alone. But because of the things I have gone through by myself, I can't let that fear get in the way. Because even when he wants to push away, I can't allow him to. But I don't see him trying to do that either. Because he can't see, I help him. The times that I've gone to see him, I help him. And I don't mind doing that. And I've always told him I don't mind doing that. And then we crack a joke is like the blind leading the blind. Because this medication, when I first started the medication, that this shit had me too high. Like I was way too medicated to feel some shit. This medication was actually messing with my eyesight. I couldn't see things. I couldn't see anything. So they had to switch it because it was messing with my eyesight. Now, had I continued on that, it would have messed up my eyesight. So he knows that I switched it. He does know that I switched it. So now I can see again. And I can see clearly. And there is times, here's the thing, like with the way that he can see more when it's like, I don't know if it's at the end of the day or the beginning of the day. He's like, excuse me, it's not as it's too bright, so he can't see. When it's like sunset, he can see. There's certain times where he can see, but the times where he can see, he forces himself to remember places and routes. He led me from here all the way an hour away to his work. And something told me to tell him when I got lost, when I got myself lost, or so I thought I got myself lost. Spirit told me, tell him exactly your surroundings. Just as soon as you get in contact with him, tell him exactly your surroundings. I'm like, okay. And when I called him, I told him just that. The minute I called him, he asked me, what's around you? And I was like, holy shit. Holy shit. So I told him exactly what was around me. He led me the rest of the way. Just by that. And I told him, for a blind man, you can see very well. He goes, fuck you. He's like, I force myself, when I can see, I force myself to memorize everything. Diana, are you in here? Are you still listening, Diana? Because I can help you with that. I can help you with that. My son did that a month ago in his bathroom. So is it just, okay, is it still clogged? Or is it just not working properly? I need you to grab a bucket, whatever you can, of really, 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 really hot water. Grab a bucket with really, 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 really hot water and add soap in it. Doesn't matter what kind of soap, just add some soap in it. And pour that shit down there. It's not working properly because there's something still stuck. You gotta flush that all the way through. And the only thing that's gonna unlodge whatever's lodged in there is pouring that in there. Yes, in the toilet bowl. Sometimes, bro, sometimes they're just big. It's just really big. And it's weird that I keep feeling like I gotta be on here. It doesn't matter. You can use the soap. I used it. Boil water on the stove. Yep. Exactly. And that's what I was going to do. I was going to boil water, but my water was hot enough, and I did the same thing. My son goes, "Are you shitting me? Are you shitting me?" And I was like, "No, you're the one that took the shit." I'm like, "You see it worked, right?" But be careful. Be careful. Well, if it's not clogged, don't fully flush it right away. Stop it from filling up if it fills all the way up, and then use the plunger. It's so weird that I this is so fucking weird. Whatever. But do that, and it'll help. That I learned from my own from my mom because of the issues that I had as a child. So when he did it in his bathroom, I kept telling him what to do, but he wasn't doing it. But then again, I had to go help him because I didn't know what the situation looked like in there. I fixed it in 2 seconds. I was tired of him using my fucking bathroom. Right. See, over here though, Daisy, there hasn't been any rain. There hasn't been any rain. It tried to rain today, but it didn't. It's gonna rain tomorrow because my leg has been killing me today. He blamed it on me because I threw out. Gizmo went to the bathroom in his bathroom, and I picked it up, and I flushed it down there. He said that it got clogged. I don't remember that, but it did end up getting clogged with whatever. And because I wasn't okay mentally, I left it alone. I left it alone for quite a minute. He needs more fiber. He needs more fiber. And no, prune juice does not help. Cranberry juice does. Cranberry juice does help, Diana. Holy crap. He's dehydrated. Get him cranberry juice and dilute it with water. Even the diet cranberry juice, dilute it with water. He needs water. Sarah is a, wait, what? Is a mingled with her enemies. Is a mingled with Sarah's enemies. I'm not getting a yes. I'm getting a no. That's a no. Oh, Daisy, don't do that. Like the bowl only has a little bit of water. Okay, that's a good thing. Now add that water. That hot water, that hot boiling water with soap, add that in there. You're welcome. Add that in there. And then you have to use the plunger again. A lot of it will get pushed down by itself with that water. No, you don't have to let it rest. Hell no, don't let that shit rest. That shit'll smell. Don't let that shit rest. That shit will smell. If you have incense, I would light an incense in there. That shit will smell. It will smell. Daisy, isn't there a Hurricane Cindy coming? That's got to be part of that hurricane, that tropical storm that's supposed to hit. And I think there was 2 of them that were supposed to collide. And there's a whole tornado, and you're... Are you sure you weren't spinning out of control? A whole roof. Yeah, you gotta be careful out there. There's tropical storms coming. From what I heard, there was 2. On my best day, I never took out 75 houses. Well, this one almost took you out, honey. This one almost took you out. Thankfully, you got yelled at or scolded to get in the house. Because those things are huge. Is that a baseball for measure? That's for measure. You know, one of those alone could take you out, right? We get those a lot here. One of those could take you out. Those things hurt. Have you ever been hit by one? Those things cause car damages. Or damages to cars. Oh, you were under the gazebo. Oh, that's why. Well, thankfully you were safe under there. Because those things hurt. Those things hurt. To be honest, I've been feeling like that the last 6 months. Since November. I've been feeling like that. I have been feeling like that. But it's slowly coming out of that. I didn't know that that certain trauma actually causes brain damage. I just learned that the effects of trauma causes actual brain damage, especially the psychological trauma. And I was like, whoa. And it makes sense. No wonder I was losing my shit. Girl, I had a whole meltdown earlier. I had a whole meltdown. Like, I was a blubbering mess. After speaking to the therapist, and I knew it was gonna do that, Diana. I knew it was gonna do that. There was still shit stuck there. That's why. Now you know for future references. But get that man some water. Get that man some water or some cranberry juice. The cranberry juice will hydrate him faster. Way faster. See? And it does make you shit. And it hydrates your shit. So your shit won't get stuck. Should have didn't, but must say goodnight. I know. I'm glad you came on here, though. I'm really glad you came on here, because I've been worried. I'm like, where is she? I'm like, where is she? Because when I didn't receive a response, I kind of got scared. Not gonna lie. I love you too, honey. And now I don't feel as bad as I did for thinking that. Like, no, you guys can't take her. Because people are dying left and right. And I'm like, what the fuck? Is that my hair? Anyway. Okay. I injured mine too, Daisy. My pinky toe. I injured mine the other day too. I dropped something on it. Shit hurts. I don't want to go back to the foot doctor yet because he's going to want to take care of the other toe, and I don't want him to touch it. Thankfully, I still do. But it was the one that they operated on, and I dropped something on it, and I was like... So it's kind of been sore. It's not broken. It's not broken at all. Because if it was broken, I'd feel it. I would feel that. Because it's pinned. And he did tell me if I break that one, it's got to get amputated. And no. No. But it happened at work. Thankfully, I'm leaving that position. Okay, guys. I gotta go. Diana, are you done with your dilemma? Well, that's not going to fix the handle. That's not going to fix the handle. If he messed up the handle, you might have to buy a new handle thing and buy the extension inside to where it where it connects to that valve that flushes it. Okay, so try to pump it again. And if it's still clogged, then you got to keep pouring more water into it. But you got to do I would recommend doing the boiling water instead. Not just pure hot water. I need you to boil it then. So that it'll all the way go through. See, she knows what I'm talking about. Diana is chained still, an arm inside the tank. See, I told you I have... I told you. I have the same thing, Daisy. He's old, though. He's older. No, you need to boil it. Like, really good boil it. And add that soap. So that it, like, slides it all the way through. And that means he's very dehydrated. Very dehydrated. I don't know how he's so dehydrated and it doesn't hurt. Because that hurts. That hurts. To not to be able to go to the bathroom well. That hurts. It's on. I had to replace it months ago. It's just the handle part. You might need to replace the handle then. You might have to replace the handle. And because of his strength, it could be his strength that he's like breaking it. Because again, they don't know their own strength at that age. You might have to invest in a different type of toilet. Where it has the buttons. These newer water-saving toilets don't flush as well as the oldies. That's right. That's true. Like my brother has the water-saving one, and it has the two nodules. It's kind of cool what kind of technology it is, but it doesn't flush. There's one that literally says it's for just piss, and there's one for poop. But it doesn't flush well. And I'm like, what the hell? Whatever. There's one in the old people's homes. I mean, because they break them. They break them. You might need one. But it's because they don't know their own strength. My nephew did the same thing. He didn't know his own strength. So I wouldn't let him flush. I would do it. I'd be like, just go. I will flush it. Because I didn't want him breaking that. That wasn't expensive. I wasn't going to be able to afford at all. So I would do it for him. We're talking about older men. We're talking about old age. We're not talking about men in general. We're not going to go there. I'm not going to bash men. I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to go there. I'm not doing that. But unhealed men, yes. They be on some bullshit. But so is every unhealed individual. They be on some bullshit. But then again, they're unhealed. But they have to be the ones to want to save themselves. I learned that shit the hard way. But I'm grateful I learned it. And am learning it. I learned that shit the hard way. I just fixed the sink and tub pieces too. Oh, tub pipes. But you were meant to do it. I told you that those repairs were gonna... That's why they wanted... Your grandma wanted you to do it... For you to do it. Because you have anybody else repair it. That's really gonna be an expensive repair. That's really gonna be expensive. Just to redo my bathroom, they had told me it was gonna cost me like $20,000. Just to repair, just to redo my bathroom. It was like $20,000. But that's the thing. All you need to redo is the handle. Because I just got you to fix the clog. You just gotta redo the handle. And YouTube has everything. YouTube has everything. Everything. My foot hurts. And my foot feels swollen. I don't like that. Good. I'm glad. You're welcome, honey. You're welcome. Get that man some cranberry juice, damn it. Get him some fiber bars. And some cranberry juice. See, you're doing a lot of repairs. Which is fine. Which is a good thing. Because you're learning to do that too. Wait, what? Hold on.
Turn on the AC. It's...
Hold on. Okay, sorry. I had to mute it for a second. No, tiles I won't try doing. I would try to get somebody to do the tiles. Those you can find men in Home Depot looking for work. Like, for real, for real. Or even Lowe's. Oh my God, really?
Is that how you feel? Is that how you feel? You know, the reason why I pick her up when she's mad is because she can't bite me because she knows if I just drop her, she's going to fall.
Oh. All right, I think I'm done teaching tonight. I didn't know I had to teach you, Diana. I just always get this feeling that I got to teach something. And I don't know what it is until it comes. And I'm like, what is it? Now I'm done. Now I'm done. I found a good price. But people were wanting thousands. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Find a reasonable one. Hi, Pearl. Find a reasonable one. Hi, love. Daisy was just in here. Daisy just left, honey. How are you? Girl, I didn't know I had to teach that. I didn't know I came in here to teach that. Shit. Literally, shit. I'm doing way better, honey. Way better. I was having too much fun in swords energy last night until I had the meltdown. I was having way too much fun in swords energy. Hi, Kanza. Until I had the meltdown. And then I started snapping at people. Literally snapping at people. I was triggered. I was triggered. And because of it, I was lashing out. What's your question, Kenza? Oh no, but mine was triggering something bad to where it triggered my anger and then it triggered me relapsing again. But now I finally figured out why I craved that. Now I know why I craved it. And now I understand why I crave it. And when that craving comes, why it's there. And today my therapist, right on time, because I had the fucking meltdown yesterday, but I relapsed this morning. I went there high as balls. Not even gonna lie. She was able to listen and to help me work through it. I definitely went. I haven't missed a session. I think I've only missed one session since I've started. And she definitely helped me. It's when I'm feeling attacked and not listened to. And I'm feeling attacked, that's when that comes in. I'm proud of myself too. I am proud of myself. And I cried my eyes out. But I feel better. I feel better. And I put down the damn sword. May I know VK's feelings for Cancer? What are VK's feelings for Cancer? What are VK's feelings for Cancer? shit sucks. You remember I would always tell you, you need healing, you need to heal, you need to heal. But that shit backfired. Because healing sucks. It's not easy. But I am going through it. I am focused on it. I hate that word too. I started hating that word too. What are VK's feelings for Kansas? What are VK's feelings for Kansas? What are VK's feelings for Kansas? He does have genuine feelings for you. The problem is that you are holding yourself back. You're not letting him in. Sorry. His feelings for you are genuine. So his intentions with you would be good. But you are holding yourself back. You're not opening yourself up. You need to work on that. You're used to being used. You are used to being used. And you have to stop that, honey. You're scared to let somebody in, but because you're so used to all this other crap that you're not allowing this person to be genuine with you. So the problem is not that he doesn't have feelings for you. He does. It's you that is not letting him in. Hi, Melissa. It's not that I hate that word, Jen. That process is hard. And I only hated that word because I didn't know what to heal. I didn't know what trauma or shadow work needed to be done. At least for myself. Like, I'm up here and I can help everybody else, but I'm like, what about me? Spirit, and then Spirit was like, you need therapy. So I can spiritually help everybody else, but I need therapy? What kind of shit is that? Oh, I did away with all of them. All of them, Jen. All of them. All of them. I mean all of them. All of them. And I am sticking to my boundaries. I am standing on my boundaries. And people want to call it rude. They want to be mean. They want to call it mean. Your ass gotta go too. Because it's not me being mean. It's me not people pleasing your ass anymore. It's me not giving into your bullshit. I got my own shit to deal with. If you don't want to listen when I say something or when Spirit says something, Spirit said what they said. That's it. I fully cut that person out. 100%. The last words to me from that person solidified, confirmed every fucking feeling that I have felt my entire life. from that person. Completely out. And I feel no guilt. I feel no guilt for it. Because I am at peace with it. Completely cut. And I told everybody else, anybody else brings her back in and doesn't want to understand, you gotta go too. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. There's no need to be sorry. It needed to be done. It needed to be done. Yes, it hurt for that person to finally say it, but it needed to be said so that I can let go. And be like, all right, you gotta go. I'm done. I'm done. I'm completely done. And then the people that are like, oh, well, you and this and that. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. And then they call me selfish. You gotta go. I said what I said. If you don't like it, you can go over there. You can go look for that person. You can go figure out where they're at, what they're doing, how they are. I won't step foot over there. I will not. That actually triggered me. I went to a birthday party and they were there. I didn't mind because I was there for the birthday girl. This time at least I know I didn't have a panic attack because I had already pushed her out of my life. But it was something that that person did that set me off. And it has me triggered ever since that day. And it fucking spiraled. Jed, I was throwing things. I was fucking throwing things. I don't throw shit. I don't throw things. I don't throw things. And I was trying to talk to my inner child, and I literally said, you're throwing a tantrum. But why are you throwing a tantrum? You're throwing a tantrum. We are throwing a tantrum. Why are you throwing a tantrum? But I couldn't figure it out. I couldn't figure it out. Why? Because my inner child was not allowed to fucking feel emotions, so she didn't know that emotion. She does. She throws shit. But she also had shit thrown at her. That's why me as an adult, I don't like things being thrown. I don't like things being thrown, and I don't like throwing things. Because things were thrown at me when I was a child. And in a negative way. For trying to express myself or defend myself. Shit was thrown at me. And I was throwing things. But now that I'm actually able to heal properly with the therapist and figure these feelings out, yo. Yo. That's a lot of trauma. That is a lot of trauma. That is a lot of trauma. And there's people that say they don't have trauma. That's a bull-faced lie. Even a narcissist, that stems from trauma. That's what makes them a narcissist, because it's a personality disorder. Because that's their way of defending themselves. Because I'm sick of being betrayed. Lots of trauma. You have to heal that, honey. You have to heal it. And it's not easy. It's not easy. It's easier to avoid it than to actually want to heal it or be able to heal it. I'm being made to heal it, which I don't mind anymore, because this is what I want for myself. This is what I want for me and for my child and for you guys, so that I can help others still. Exactly. You have to feel it to heal it. But when you feel it and you don't know what it is, it gets hard. It gets hard. It gets hard. Because anger just doesn't pop up. Anger doesn't exist without something behind it. Anger is like a volcano. It starts bubbling. It starts bubbling. Something disturbed it. And it's bubbling. But it hasn't erupted. It hasn't let anything out. And it just festers. It just rumbles until it explodes. They won't stop. I do avoid them, but I want to be healed from these people. It's not that they won't stop, honey. It's that your trauma is still connected to them, because you haven't healed the trauma. You have to heal the trauma, understand the trauma, where it's coming from, where it's originally coming from, to heal it from everything. It could be that those people are projecting, are triggering your trauma because you haven't healed it. Relationships and childhood trauma can be a lifelong thing, and if it's unhealed, it will mess up your entire world. It will stem into your relationships, it will stem into your friendships, and then it will also stem into your career, into your work life. It will bleed all over. You have to sit down and figure out where you were first hurt, when you were first hurt. But in order to do that, you have to be ready for that to come in. Because it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. It is going to hurt. But understand that, yes, it hurts, but you are no longer in that situation, but you have to heal that memory. But you have to also understand you are no longer in that position. So going back to it, going back into that memory or into that time, you're not hurt. They can't re-hurt you. They can't cause more pain to you. When your mom died. So you're dealing with grief. You're dealing with grief. Grief ain't easy. Grief ain't easy. The last passing that I just experienced sent it sent me through all of this. It sent me to therapy. It sent me to be put on medication. It sent me to find help. We'll always miss them, but we're only missing their physical. We miss them physically here, but they are around. They are around. They don't leave. They just transition over. They just go back to being a spirit. We're all spiritual beings. And that's who you miss. But you have to understand where you have to heal that part is know that she is now safe. Whatever she passed away from, she's no longer suffering. Because you can't see her doesn't mean she can't see you. Right, I'm in therapy now. She's always letting me know she's here. Good. So now, but you're saying that you want to be healed from that. What are you talking about that you're being... that you're being betrayed? Because that's not a betrayal. Her time was up. She had to go. It was her time to go. I know he has, Jen. My family has done things and worse and won't stop making me feel bad. Making me feel less than. Was your mom the one that would always save you from that? Whoa. And that's why. The reason that's happening is because you haven't set your boundary. She was protecting you. Now it's time for you to protect yourself and set your boundaries. They're not allowed to make you feel that way. And if they don't like it, that you're telling them, no, you stop doing this, you got to cut them out of your life. You have to cut them out of your life. I just told you. Put your foot down. Put your foot down. And tell them no more. Tell them no more. That you don't like this, you don't like that, you don't... Whatever it is that you don't like that they're doing, tell their asses no. That's not okay. And if they don't like that you keep saying no, cut them off. Quit talking to them. No, cut off contact. Cut all contact. Cut all contact. And don't feel guilty about it either. Yes, I am Rosie. I did recently. I will be completely alone. And that's okay. That's okay. Understand that you being alone, completely alone, understand that you're still not alone. You're still not alone. Your mom is still guiding you. Your mom is still helping you. But now it's time for you to cut off a lot of people that don't belong in your life and keep them out. Keep them out. And new people will come in that deserve you, that won't treat you that way. But you have to stay away from those people. That's how you will get past all that betrayal. That's how you're going to get past that. Because now you got to heal what they did to you. You have to forgive them and send them away with love. But you matter first. And again, just because they don't like it doesn't mean you're wrong. It's not being selfish. It's being selfless with your energy. It's being selfless with yourself.